Introduce yourself.
My name is Ray.
Ray, and what type of dealership did you visit?
A Honda dealership.
Great. And was that this morning?
This morning, approximately 9:15.
Awesome. Tell us what went down.
Okay, I need to create a mental picture of the layout of this place.
Awesome.
To drive home what my experience was. You walk into, it's a big, sort of like a space like this, only it's extended out. On the right-hand side, there's cubicles for staff.
Okay.
And on the left-hand side, there's room for approximately 8 automobiles, because they tend to be subcompact.
Okay.
So what I did was I walked in, and I decided, since it was an exercise, to just go perhaps proceeded maybe about 10 feet and stand there looking dumbfounded.
Okay.
As I walked in, there was one cubicle that was occupied. There was a man sitting down, looking very comfortable, relaxed, and it was a woman.
Okay.
So at that juncture, 10 seconds had elapsed, and they weren't moving.
Okay.
Okay, so I proceeded a little bit more. Now I'm at least 20 feet in.
Right.
So they both look at each other.
Okay.
And it was almost like, you take it. Now,
right,
I don't
exactly.
think I looked too much.
Sure.
So the woman got up, and she slowly approached me, and she said, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Wow, okay.
And I know that's a cardinal sin in your book.
Exactly.
So I said, "I'm interested in a Honda, but I really need to educate myself on the various models." Now here's the kicker. This is why I think mine was the worst experience. You know what she said?
What's that?
"We don't have a brochure with all the models in it."
Okay.
Now, bear in mind, there was cars to the left that she could have said, "Well, let's
see one for real. 5 senses, right?
No questions." She goes, but she did motion me to come back with her.
Okay.
So we went around the side, and there was this humongous rack of various brochures.
So instead of taking to a live product,
I fully expected
she's going to do a product presentation on a brochure.
Yeah, I
fully expected
that you say, "Look,
okay.
This is that, that's this." You know, I said I don't know anything about Hondas, but I'm interested. Nothing. Nothing.
Okay.
So anyway, she gave me the brochures, and then I took the brochures, which I have here, and I stood there, like.
What next?
Looking a little lost.
Because you don't know what. I mean, you come in. You're not the sales professional.
No.
You're not the consultant. They are the consultant. They're supposed to consult with us. So she gives you the brochure, and you're okay. Well, what do we do next?
So I'm waiting for her to do something, and as far as she's concerned, that was the end of her interaction with me.
Here's your brochure. Here you go.
I said I got to get a business card. So
Yeah.
I had to ask her for the business card.
Wow.
Now, on the way out, now this is the kicker. Now, it seemed apparent to me, I don't like to assume anything, but it seemed to be apparent to me that the guy sitting nice and comfortably reclined in the chair was the
manager.
We passed him by, nothing.
No introduction.
No introduction. Didn't even ask my name. So, ladies and gentlemen, my experience was the worst.
That is worse. That's horrible.
I'm going to give you this card.
Because the two sales consultants looked at each other like, "Oh God, who's gonna? You're up. You take them." And then she takes you right to the brochure rack. Here you go. And then you're just staring. Okay, what do we do next?
Well, there was all these nice shiny cars on the right hand, left hand side
that you wanted to touch.
I wanted to look at.
Right.
And smell.
Exactly, the 5 senses.
Just
remember?
to get the new car smell. That's right.
Right. So no conversation about what you're currently driving.
Mr. Mac, Jmac, nothing.
Wow. She needs Jmac.
That's I don't.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
and that's a Honda store.
I must tell you, just very bad.
Very bad. And so, did you think it was that bad out there? I mean, that's pretty bad.
I've had experiences.
That's pretty bad.
It's been an indifference, but not like that.
That's pretty bad. So, I mean, what was the purpose of you even coming in there? You didn't get any information. You didn't
Well,
live with nothing.
I made it known I'm a prospective
Yeah.
customer.
No test drive, no product presentation, no manager turnover, no interview, no emotion. No emotion.
No, not even a pirate smile.
Amazing. So, do you understand now why I had you do that homework assignment? I don't even have to ask you what would you have done differently.
It just drives home the importance of public relations.
Exactly.
It drives that home so much.
So, because of that homework assignment, you should feel a lot more comfortable and confident that obviously you're going to be able to give better service. That's what people want, is to be treated professionally. They want the warm fuzzies. They want to feel important.
Well, like your Mangino.
Yes, the Og Mandino, right?
Yeah.
exactly. So I should probably drop off a few copies of Better Way to Live to that dealership.
They need help.
They do need help.
They're not going to sell anything like that.
That's amazing, because like you said, you are a prospective buyer. You see all the shiny cars, and then the emotions. Once your emotions get to a certain point,
They just my number, my name.
Yeah.
Where do you live? When we could arrange sometime. And nothing.
right? And how does she know? She has no idea what you're driving. So you could be driving a older Honda that needs to be replaced, or anything. She had no idea about what you were driving, what brought you in, any of that.
Sorry to report to you. This was terrible.
Okay. All right. Well, round of applause.